The GWS Giants have opened up their 2025 season with a big 52-point win over Collingwood at NG Stadium on Sunday afternoon. But overall, getting into this game, the Giants were so impressive. It was, I think, the score was very one-sided, and if you watch the game, especially in the last quarter, the aggression, the build-up, the totality that the Giants put on Collingwood was super, super impressive. I said in the preseason video that I thought GWS would not be scarred by their grand final, their trophy to finals last year, and that was 100% the case. They had so many good ballers, and they were just so strong. Max Grusowski is such an amazing talent, and they just had so many strong inside mids. They were winning the contest. They were just faster at the ball than Collingwood were on most possessions, and their defense. Sam Taylor is without a doubt the best key intercept defender of the game, and Collingwood didn't help themselves out of their forward 50 entries. I thought their forward 50 entries were scrummy, rushed, I thought they were panicky, but Sam Taylor did not help out because he was just intercepting everything that the Pies tried to throw him. And I think the Giants set this up in the first quarter. Collingwood were getting their shots way more closer towards goal, and they just could not do anything with it. Their forward line was struggling to hit a target and was struggling to hit marks. Tim Embry had a shocking debut in his new covers, to say the least. And when the Giants got the momentum after Collingwood kicked 1-7 for the quarter, the Giants just took control. And Grusowski just kicked an absolute phenomenal goal. Darcy Jones, another phenomenal small forward, continued to pile on the paint. And it was when the Giants got the ball, they went inside forward 50 and they just knew how to score. And that is how you win football games. They are such an impressive team to watch when they're up and about like this. Collingwood did come back at them in the second quarter because the Giants, I personally gave away some really dumb forward 50s. And then in the third quarter, the Pies really had a chance to start making the Giants pay and start putting some pain on the scoreboard. But from 14 inside 50s, they kicked 1 goal 7. They couldn't stop. They just couldn't hit a target whatsoever in this game. And the Giants just made them pay with their just brutal intercept marking through Sam Taylor, small forwards like Darcy Jones and Brett Daniels, and I think the breakout player of this game, Finn Callahan, was absolutely phenomenal for GWS. Just not only was he a midfielder who racked up possessions and got enough balls to earn enough ball, but he also was someone who made goals he made Collingwood pay with his possessions. This was his breakout game. I've said he's a talent ride coming up, and he was someone who just took over this game. And by the fourth quarter, the Giants were just running all over Collingwood. They just toyed with them in the final term, which was just so fun to see. And they are going to be such a cool watch. How they dealt with the final strokes was something I was very excited to see, and they passed the first test with flying colours. Such a dominant outfit around the field, and if this game was any indication, they will be doing this to a lot of teams this year. On the flip side, about Collingwood, not a good outing. definitely not a strong outing, especially considering I had you guys top 4. Look, I will say, the piece that had me thinking they were top 4 was out of this game. Dan Houston was out with an injury, and I do think they'll look a bit better with Houston on. That being said, they did not look good. I'm not saying we need to panic yet, but they did. Everyone in the offseason has been saying Collingwood looks too slow and too old. Their list demographic is a legitimate concern, and this game did not do any job of trying to calm that down. They had older guys just slowing down and cramping due to the sun in the 4th quarter. They were a team that looked too old and too slow. Even Nick Dacos was cramping when he's supposed to be the key young talent coming through. So it is a little bit of a worry, and they went all in on this. The Giants are a very good team, and will do this to many teams this year, but Collingwood did not look like a contender when they went all in this off-season to be a contender this year. Am I panicking about them? No, not yet, because they have Dan Houston coming back, and I think they'll look a little more settled against Port Adelaide. But if they don't look settled against Port Adelaide, massive concerns, and I think we can start panicking about a rebuild. Also doesn't help when, ladies and gentlemen, it's back for season 2025. The Inaccuracy Files, where we point out teams that lose games from shit kicking. It's the worst thing that can happen in football. Bad kicking is bad football, and on this channel I try to make a job at really targeting teams who do it. It didn't help that Collingwood kicked 6-16 in the game. First inaccuracy file of the season. You don't want to be that team. I had a teacher who always said when it came to taking phones, don't let it be you. Collingwood let it be them. So overall, move on to the next game. GWS have Melbourne at the MCG up next, and Collingwood have Port Adelaide on Saturday night, which might be one of the biggest games in terms of the prospects of their list and their overall future in a long time. Because if they lose this, it's not looking hopeful. But overall, massive props to GIS. They get their season started with a bang.